chit chat with us, feel free. The Zoom link should be over in the event section on Facebook, or you may have gotten it emailed to you. All right. This one's going to be just a little bit longer than our past few weeks have been. We're looking at around 20 minutes of time together today, talking about self-care for homemakers. So welcome back to our weekly homemaking encouragement call. I am truly loving getting together with you all on a weekly basis. I would love for you to join us on Zoom where we can chat in person, like I just mentioned, and have a really in-depth conversation about the topic of the week. So if you want to join in on the Zoom, you're going to go over to thiswonderlandlife.com/events to sign up to be on the call. Spots are kind of limited for joining live. So make sure you check in often, join the calls that you want to learn more about. And today we're chatting about self-care. I chose this topic today because we're almost in February. Can you believe it? Where is this year going? February, we are focusing on topics about love, but I want to chat about loving ourselves before we start our series on loving our partners. With that, we are also going to be playing self-care bingo over in the Facebook group for the month of February. I'll have more info about that coming out tomorrow. But the first 3 people to get a bingo are going to be winning a prize. I'm super excited. I just created this journal to help you track your self-care journey, and it hasn't even launched yet. So the first 3 people who get it will be our prize winners. So make sure you head over to the Facebook group if you're over on YouTube and join us so you can take part in our self-care bingo contest. First, I want to chat about the 8 types of self-care. Emotional self-care involves nurturing your feelings and mental health. As homemakers, we often prioritize others, which can impact our emotional well-being. It can be as simple as taking a day off, enjoying a hobby, or confiding in a trusted friend or therapist. Don't forget, it's always okay to prioritize your emotional needs. Physical self-care is about caring for your body, just like it sounds. As a homemaker, you have to prioritize your physical health too. This can mean going for a walk, doing yoga, or getting a massage. Your physical health is as important as your mental health and emotional well-being. Social self-care involves building healthy relationships, fostering connections, and enjoying meaningful moments with friends and family. While we cherish our families, having a social life is vital. It can be as simple as grabbing a coffee with a friend. I did that this week, joining a community group, or hosting a family game night. Spiritual self-care is more about just religion. It's more than just religion. It's about finding a higher purpose and meaning. It can be found by getting quiet time in nature, meditation, or practicing gratitude. As homemakers, we really need to value our belief system. Intellectual self-care is about feeding your mind, learning, and growing. This can be reading, taking online courses, or attending seminars. As homemakers, we're always learning and adapting, but it's vital to prioritize our own intellectual growth too. Sensory self-care means engaging your senses for joy. It could be lighting candles, diffusing essential oils, or taking a relaxing bath. Slow down and appreciate life's simple pleasures. It's crucial to prioritize our own creative outlets for self-care. And as homemakers, we create and nurture our homes and families, engage in activities that let you express yourself and tap into your creativity, like painting, dancing, or trying a new recipe. Professional self-care means addressing career and work needs. Now, as homemakers, we may not have traditional office jobs, but work-related responsibilities still require attention. While many see homemakers as women who don't work, many homemakers do have jobs or run businesses. It's been the norm since biblical times. We talked about that last week. For those who are still scratching their heads about what work-related responsibilities homemakers have, here are just a few. household management, childcare, cooking and meal preparation, cleaning and organizing, family support, child and personal education, and skill development, event planning, networking and socialization, volunteer work, self-care, and personal development. While these tasks may not be associated with a traditional job title, they constitute a significant and demanding workload. The role of a homemaker involves a diverse set of responsibilities that contribute to the overall functioning and happiness of the family unit. Taking care of yourself is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for maintaining physical, mental, and emotional well-being. The holistic approach to self-care encompasses various aspects, including emotional, physical, spiritual, intellectual, sensory, creative, and professional well-being. So, what are some practical tips for homemakers to get more self-care into their routine? Sorry guys, I'm thirsty today. It can be challenging as a homemaker to balance all of our responsibilities and still manage the home and family. It is essential to prioritize self-care tasks amongst our daily duties. I want you guys to think about taking some time for yourself, because many homemakers are moms, and whether or not you have kids, it's important to prioritize alone time to take care of yourself. If you feel like you're not getting the recharge time you need, it's time to have a chat with your husband or your boyfriend or your partner or whatever the title is there. Get enough sleep. Sleep can really mess with your physical and mental health. I actually recently read an article that said that a single all-nighter can take 4 days for our bodies to recover from. As a soon-to-be mom, I know valuing sleep is so important, and the ability to get sleep is going to change. But I'm definitely going to be taking naps or getting restful moments when I can, because sleep is vital to our health. If you're tired, find some time to take a nap. Even if you need to get a babysitter to watch the kids for a few hours, just so you can sleep. You can't show up for your family properly if you are exhausted all the time. We want to practice mindfulness. Stress management is key. So dive into the techniques like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing. I'm not much of a meditator. My brain's always going, but I am trying to get into the habit of morning pages. It's a technique where you wake up and write in a notebook or journal until you fill 3 pages. And if that sounds daunting, it kind of is, but just start with 1 page. This isn't about writing cohesive thoughts or answering a journaling prompt. It's more like an in-depth brain dump. I recently started a 6-week program via a book that I'm reading. I'll share the link for you guys. I am on week 1, and this week is all about listening to the world around us. Morning pages is one of the suggestions for bettering our listening, because we're listening to ourselves. Take care of your body. We all know that we need to eat healthy food and nourish our body through water and exercise. We all know it's important. I'm a big fan of the macros diet. I've probably talked about it with you guys several times before, because it doesn't limit me on my food choices. I can eat whatever the heck I want, as long as it fits my macros. But it does help me figure out more of what my body needs. Walking is another really great idea for self-care time. You get to do it alone. It can be done for meditation, and it's really great exercise. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This is one of the things that I struggle the most with. As a homemaker, it's common to struggle with asking for help. But remember, organizing your limitations and seeking help when needed is crucial. You're not alone in this. You've got us, and you've got your husband or your partner. You need to communicate your needs with your partner or family. Do you need the kids to take over their own laundry so that you can get 10 minutes? Do you need your husband to take on the dishes after dinner every night? Whatever it is, your family won't know until you tell them. Communication is key. Now that we have the basics of what is self-care and how to make sure we are taking care of ourselves, let's chat about some easy ways to implement self-care daily. We already touched on things like walking. So here are a few of my favorite ways to implement self-care in 10 minutes or less to fill my cup. 3 deep breaths. It's a simple task. It takes mere seconds, but it helps us in so many ways. Deep breathing can help with anxiety and depression, managing stress, improving focus, better sleep, and with faster recovery from exercise or exertion. 10 jumping jacks. Sounds crazy, but it's something that doesn't take a lot of time to do, and it gets your body moving. Playing your favorite upbeat song. This one is a huge go-to for me. I love jumping in the car and turning on Homemakers Clean. It's this rap that I absolutely love. Turn it up loud and it gets me pumped up. In about 3 minutes, I'm ready to rock and roll on whatever my next task is. It makes me feel really good too. Hugging a loved one. You guys have seen my beagle Jen. She loves hugs. She starts to jump up on you and wrap her arms around your neck because she wants a hug. It is so cute. But it gives me a little extra love in my day. Hug your friends, your husband, your kids, a family member. To hug somebody who makes you feel great about who you are. One of the reasons I like this is because it helps them too. Put your phone down for 10 minutes. It may seem like a short period of time, but getting just 10 minutes away from all of the tech in our lives can make a huge difference in our mental health. Get ready for the day. You guys may notice I have a little bit of makeup on. Not a lot, but I'm passionate about this one. I am working on having a morning routine that gets me up. And even if I'm tired, I am getting in the shower, getting dressed, and putting myself together, kind of like I would at any other job. Yes, even stay-at-home moms and wives and girlfriends and dog moms and whatever you identify as, getting ready for the day will boost your confidence and self-esteem. It'll put a true start to the day. Yoga pants count. Slippers. Oh, I can't do that because I'm pregnant, but I got slippers on right now. They count. Brush your hair, put some mascara on, or don't. Do something that makes you feel put together and like the woman that you dream of being. Even if she's in loungewear and will end up with Cheerios or flour in her hair later. Check something off your to-do list. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But sometimes self-care can look like checking off that nagging item on your to-do list that has been bringing you stress. Wednesdays have become my day to do checklist items, mostly for the business that I'm running. But it helps me relieve my stress because I know everything's taken care of for the rest of the week until I get back to Wednesday. Journaling is a great way for so many different reasons. But most importantly, it can help us remember what really brings us joy. Then we can do more of those things. You may choose to journal using prompts or just freely writing your thoughts and ideas, like in morning pages. Maybe you come up with 5 questions that you ask yourself at the end of every day and fill those out. Whatever journaling looks like to you, no matter how frequent or infrequent, writing down our thoughts can help clear a lot of space in our minds. Drink a cup of tea. Hide in the closet if you have to, and have a quiet cup of tea, or FaceTime a friend and enjoy a cup together. Coffee if you don't like tea. A soda. Reading, depending on how fast you read and how much time you have, you can get through 5 to 10 pages of reading in 10 minutes. Read something you enjoy, even if it's a comic book. Motivational video or podcast. Ask yourself how much time you have. Search 3-minute motivational podcast on YouTube and listen to that. It'll be like 3 minutes long. Or listen to a podcast while you're doing another chore. Setting out your clothes in the morning. I'm not really big on this, but it can be like giving your future self a mental break. Morning you is going to love that they don't have to think about what they're going to wear. Unless morning you and night you think way differently about what you want to wear. Forgive someone. The best piece of advice I ever got on forgiveness was to set a date and do it. Yep, just do it. You don't need to verbally express forgiveness at all times. And forgiveness doesn't mean letting someone who has hurt you in the past continue to do so. Forgiveness may come with new boundaries. Forgive yourself too. Same concept. Be as angry as you want to be about whatever it is you need to forgive yourself for until that date. Then just do it. Let go of the anger. Allow yourself to forgive. It sounds really simple, and I know it's really hard, but holding on to grudges causes so much anxiety and stress in our lives. Forgive and move forward. Planning your week or your month. Maybe you can't plan the whole week or month in 5 to 10 minutes, but you can get a rough idea of what you have going on and go from there. So write down all of the important events, add in chores and things that you need to get done, sprinkle in some self-care moments to recharge throughout the day. Communicate your needs to your partner, y'all. Relationships are super scary. You have to be vulnerable with another human being about the things you only think to yourself and hope that you don't scare them away. Even saying that gives me the creeps. I'm currently in my longest relationship, and from the beginning, we have had hard conversations, tried to be open about the hard stuff, and it's still hard. After being together for 7 years, getting married, and now having a total of 7.5+ years together, I still have a hard time communicating my needs. But every single time I do, my relationship gets better and my happiness level goes up. Text a loved one. For people like me that notoriously do not make it to the post office, or those who really only have 1 minute, text a loved one. Text them more than just a what's up. Ask them what they have going on this week or what they need to talk about. Most of my friendships are long distance, and texting is sometimes the best way for us to stay in touch. Make it more personal. Go outside. Just get a moment of fresh air to charge your mood and recharge your energy dramatically. You should also be getting outside in the morning for some bright morning sunshine. Bonus, it'll help lead to better sleep. Smile. Even if you're by yourself, smile. The act of smiling can make us feel better. Do 15 squats. Pay close attention to your form and get 15 squats in for a quick workout. I used to do 5 squats every time I used the restroom. This way, if I was at work or out and about, I could do them in the stall without looking like a crazy person. Diffuse essential oils or light a candle if that's your thing. Aromatherapy is so powerful. Choosing an uplifting fragrance you love. Citrus smells are really good for this. My favorite is jade lemon, or I like to choose a blend that is made to do exactly what I need, like acceptance when I'm practicing forgiveness. Cuddling with a pet. I'm blessed to have 2 cuddly pups in the house, but if you don't have a pet and you have a little more time, you could volunteer at a shelter or sign up to walk dogs with Rover. Stretching. A quick stretch session can really wake us up and feel good for our whole bodies. I like to choose a yoga video on YouTube to stretch alongside. Cleaning something. Y'all know how I am about my timers. Set a timer for 10 minutes and focus on an area of your home that's causing you stress and anxiety, and then be done. If it takes 10-minute sessions, so be it. Each step is a step closer. Creating a vision board. If you have just 10 minutes, you can do a quick vision board. If you have more than 10 minutes, you can do a more in-depth vision board. You can use Pinterest, your phone, Canva, just a big sheet of paper. Gather all of the images of things you envision for your future. I like to take a photo and put it on my phone as a background or hang my vision board somewhere I will see it daily. Take a quick shower. Sometimes just the basics are important. As a soon-to-be mom, I'm understanding that. Taking a quick shower is a way of hitting reset and allowing our bodies to feel fresh for the next tasks in our day. And somehow water always seems to wash all the worries away. Unfollow people on social media. I love the unfollow button. I unfollow anybody who does no longer bring positivity in my life and let them go. If they bring you stress and anxiety, let them go. You don't need to be following people who are upsetting the purpose in your life. And it really does brighten your day to see them less often. Put on a face mask. There are so many different options for face masks on the market, from brightening to soothing and acne relief, or you can whip up your own. There's a ton of ideas on Pinterest for homemade face masks. Write down 5 things you love about yourself. So if you're feeling a little less than worthy, be your own cheerleader. What do you love about yourself? And if you're having a hard time figuring out what you love about yourself, look at the people around you. What do you love about them? You probably have similar qualities. Writing down your goals. This is a practice that I'm working on now, is writing down my goals in a place that I'm going to see them all the time. I also have a timer set for 45 minutes to visualize my goals after I write them down. It's a way to take a minute of self-care, manifest the life I want, and remember what goals I'm working towards throughout the day. If you're ever with me, you will hear my phone buzz every 45 minutes as I practice this myself. I like to visualize what my life will look like when I meet those goals. It goes off a lot while I'm doing things like driving for Lyft. In those moments, I think about the car I really want to be driving and where I would be driving to at that time, or that I would be hanging out in the living room doing something a lot more fun, instead of the fact that I'm actually driving to help my family financially. Write down the things that make you feel good. Self-care is a personal journey, and what makes me feel fulfilled may not make you feel fulfilled. As you come across little things in your day that fill your cup, write them down. Keep a little notebook with you or a note in your phone. Share your experiences with self-care down in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And I want to know, what are your favorite self-care activities? I do have a blog post that it'll be in a comment somewhere, depending on where you're watching this. It is 50 ways to fill your cup. We went through several of them today, but there were a lot of them that I left out because they just didn't apply today. So 50 ways to fill your cup, that'll be down there. We're doing self-care bingo starting tomorrow. The first 3 winners get a prize. And I am like super excited for what's coming up in February. We're talking about all things to do with love and relationships. I do have a poll over in the Facebook group so that we can talk about the time that we're going to be having those calls. And one of the things I didn't notice when I did the poll, Valentine's Day is on a Wednesday. So if we do decide to go with Wednesday evenings, I can either change that to another day, maybe do Tuesday, or we can do it in the afternoon or something specifically for that day, whatever works best for everybody. And we'll discuss that over in our Facebook group. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. I wish you two would stay longer.